Hello children, today we are going to learn Geography Unit 3, India Agriculture. Can anyone tell me what is the basic need of a human being? Yes, you're right, it is food, clothing and shelter. Where do we get the food from? Agriculture, yes, from different types of soil we get different types of crops. Now in this lesson we are going to learn about agriculture, types of agriculture, soil, different types of soils, irrigation, different types of irrigations. We are going to learn about fisheries as well. Let us begin with soil. Now what is soil? We have got different types of natural resources and soil is one among them. It is an important natural resource. In India we have got different types of environment and that has resulted in different types of soils. The rich, deep, fertile soil has helped to sustain the large amount of population that we have in India through its agricultural prosperity. Now we are going to see what is soil. Soil is the upper layer of the land surface and it is usually composed of minerals, living organisms, air, water. The grain in the soil are of three categories. They are silt, clay and sand. How do these soils form? They are formed by the weathering of rocks and we have different types of soil in different areas. Now we are going to see the different types of soil. We have got 8 types of soils according to ICAR. How to remember these 8 types of soils? Just remember SLAP, R, FAB. S for saline and alkaline soil, L for laterite soil, A for alluvial soil, P for peaty and marshy soil, R, red soil, FAB, forest and mountain soil, A, arid and desert soil, B, black soil. Now all these soils have got different features and they are found in different regions and different types of crops are grown in these 8 types of soil which we are going to see in detail one by one. First we have got the alluvial soil. This alluvial soil is the most fertile soil. How this soil is formed? They are formed by the rivers and streams. And where do we get these types of soil? We get these types of soil in the Ganga Brahmaputra valley and the plains of Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana. What are the crops that grows in this type of soil? As I told you, this soil is very fertile. This soil is suitable for the cultivation of paddy, wheat, sugarcane. Now next we have got black soil. You heard it right, black. The color of the soil is black because of the presence of titanium and iron. Where do we find these types of soil? We find in Maharashtra, we find this in Kathiawar Peninsula. And what are the crops that grow in this type of soil? Cotton predominantly grows very well in this soil. Next we have red soil. Now why is the color of the soil red? It is because of the presence of iron oxide. Where do we find this type of soil? We find it in the eastern parts of Deccan Plateau. What are the crops that grow in this type of soil? Paddy and wheat. Now next we have laterite soil. They are formed by the process of leaching. And where do we find these types of soil? We find it in the Assam hills. And what are the crops that grow in this type of soil? Coffee. Next we have forest and mountain soil. Now this type of soil we find it in the coniferous forest of Jammu and Kashmir. What are the crops that grow in this soil? Tea and coffee. Next we have arid and desert soil. Now as you all can see, the soil, it is dry. There is because of lack of humus, there is no vegetative cover. And in this soil also crops are grown with the help of irrigation, especially millets, and this type of soil we find in Rajasthan. Next we have got saline and alkaline soil, and no crops grow in this type of soil. And we have peaty and marshy soil, as you all can see that it's a wet soil. This type of soil we find in areas of heavy rainfall. Now we are going to see what is irrigation. Irrigation is watering of agricultural plants through artificial means. India is a hot country, and here the rainfall is seasonal, uneven, and sometimes unpredictable also. So, for agricultural purpose, we depend on various sources of irrigation. First, we are going to see what are the major sources of irrigation practiced in India. As you can see on the slide, we have three major types of irrigation. First is canal irrigation, followed by it we have the well irrigation and the tank irrigation. You can remember that by CWT. You can remember C for canal irrigation, W for well irrigation, and T for tank irrigation. Now first we are going to see what is canal irrigation. Now canal irrigation, we have got two types of canal irrigation. First is inundation canal irrigation, another is perennial canal irrigation. Now you can see a wide, you can see the slide, and you can see the canal irrigation here. In inundation canal irrigation, the water is taken from the river directly without constructing dam, and it is used for agricultural purpose. Whereas in perennial canal irrigation, dam is constructed across the river, and then the water is used for agricultural purpose. Next we have well irrigation. Now here you people live in city and you can hardly see well, but this type of well we can see in village. Well irrigation is practiced where the you can see the water level is so high. So here also we have got two types of well irrigation. One is open well irrigation, another is tube well irrigation. After that we have got tank irrigation. It can be man-made or it can be natural. So these are the major types of irrigation which is used or rather followed by the farmers in India. Apart from that, as the time changes, we have to adopt the modern methods of irrigation. So here in this lesson we have 4 modern types of irrigation methods. So first is D. D is for drip irrigation. Drip, as the word itself terms, you can see on the slide that a pipe is there, it has got holes, and the water is supplied directly to the roots, and by this water is saved to a greater extent and we get higher yield. Next is sprinkler method. Now here you can see that pipes are there, and in that pipes holes will be there, and through those holes water is supplied to the field. Okay, now we have got rain gun method. Now what is this rain gun method? Here water is supplied to the crops as if it is raining, you can see, and this type of irrigation method is used for the crops which grow to the height of 4 feet like sugarcane and maize. Next we have got central pivot method irrigation. This is also one of the modern methods of irrigation. Now we have got multi-purpose river valley project. What is multi-purpose? Multi, it itself means more than two. Multi-purpose river valley project. Now dams are constructed across the rivers, and those dams serve for many purposes, and that is called multi-purpose river valley project. Now we are going to see what are the different purposes for which these dams serve for. First and foremost, it serves for irrigation of agricultural fields. Then it is generating hydropower. For that also these dams are used. and then supply of drinking water for industrial purpose, for fisheries, for navigation. These are the different uses of dams. Now you can see the Hirakud Dam. This is the longest dam in the world, and this is built across the river Mahanadi. This is Bhakra Nangal Dam. This is the highest gravity dam which is constructed across the river Satluj. Now we are going to see what is agriculture. That is what the name of the lesson is, agriculture. Now what is agriculture? It is producing of food through crops. It is used both by the human beings and it is used as fodder for the cattle. Now we have got 4 different determinants of agriculture. What are they? As I keep telling you, just remember the key letters. Here we have to remember P, I, and T. What does P stands for? It is physical factors. What does I stands for? Institutional factors. Another I, infrastructural factors, and the last one T stands for technological factors. We'll start with physical factors. What is physical factor? Now, certain things determine what type of crop should we grow, and in this category, what is the foremost thing that we have to keep in mind is physical factors. In this, we have to see what is the climate, what is the relief. All these decides what type of crop we are going to grow. Next, we have got institutional factors. Here we have to see what type of land holding the farmer has got. Third one, we have got infrastructural factors. In this, we have to see whether the farmer has got irrigation facilities, market, whether he has got transport facilities. The last one, technological factors. Here we see that using of high yielding variety of seeds and chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Now we are going to see different types of farming. Different types of farming, we have got 6 different types of farming. So here also you will remember the key letters. As I keep telling you, you have to remember SIM, SIM, STD. Now we are going to see what does each letter stands for. SIM, S for subsistence agriculture, and then I for intensive farming, then M, mixed farming, that is SIM. Then I told you STD, that is shifting agriculture. Then T stands for terrace farming and D for dry farming. Now we are going to see in detail what are these types of agriculture. First is subsistence farming. What is the subsistence farming? Here the farmer does agriculture with the help of his family members, and he produces only food crops. The yield is less and he uses traditional methods for farming. Next, we have got shifting agriculture. As you can see that the forest, it is practiced by tribal people, and they clear a piece of land either by felling or burning bushes and branches, and then they do agriculture for 2 or 3 years, and then they abandon the land because the land loses its fertility. And again they go to another place and they repeat the process. That is called shifting agriculture. Next, we have got intensive farming. Here modern methods of agriculture is used, and they see that the yield is more. Whatever land they have got, there they see that modern methods are used and the yield is more. They use high variety of seeds, and they used chemical fertilizers. Then we have got dry farming. As the name itself says, dry farming. Here agriculture, for doing agriculture, irrigation, they take the support of irrigation. Mixed farming. Apart from doing agriculture, the farmer also here has got livestock, then he has got poultry, he has got beekeeping and fisheries. Terrace farming, as you can see, it is done on the hill slopes, and here the terrace farming also, you can see that it can be practiced only in hilly areas. Next, we have got major crops cultivated in India. Now, there are 4 major types of crops that are cultivated in India. We are going to see, first we will see the headings and then we will go into the detail. First, we have got the food crops, and then we have got the cash crops, then we have got the plantation crops, and then lastly we have got the horticulture. So, now we are going to see in detail what is actually food crops. As the name indicates, these crops, they serve as food for us, these crops. As you can see on the slide, we have got one side, we have got both the sides we have got the food crops, and in this food crops we have paddy, wheat, jowar, bajra, we have got pulses. So, for growing paddy or rice, what type of soil do we require? We require fertile soil because those soils are very fertile. It's a tropical crop, and for this we need the labor also in great amount. And next we have got wheat. Wheat, it is second important food crop of India, and here we can see that 5 states in India produce about 85% of wheat in India. They are Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh. This is jowar. Jowar, it is an indigenous crop of Africa. Then we have got bajra. It is called the poor man's staple food. Then we have got the cropping season. What is this cropping season? We have got 3 cropping seasons. One is Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. And apart from this, as I told you, we have got cash crops. Before we see the cash crops, you have the food crops. I told you jowar, you have got bajra, you have got barley also, and then we come to cash crops. What is this cash crops? Crops which are grown for commercial purposes are called as cash crops. Here you can see on the one side you can see sugarcane, another side you can see the cotton, and then we have got jute and oil seeds also. Now first we are going to see sugarcane. Sugarcane provides raw material for the sugar industry, and next to Cuba and Brazil, India ranks 3rd in the production of sugar, and in India Uttar Pradesh is the leading producer of sugarcane. Now we have got cotton. Cotton, as you can see, it is a fiber crop. It is grown in Maharashtra. And then on the left side you can see gunny bag. We can see it is made of jute, and for growing jute we need alluvial soil, and West Bengal is the leading both in the cultivation and in the production of jute. Now on the right side you see the sunflower, and it is we have got oil seeds, and we get oil seeds from groundnut, mustard and sunflower. Next we have got plantation crops. Plantation crops, here we have got tea, coffee, rubber. Now they can be grown on the slopes of the hills. Horticulture. In this we have got fruits, vegetables and flowers. Now next we are going to see livestock. Now the farmer, he not only grows the crops, but apart from that he has got livestock. Now you can see a breed on the slide. We have got first is milch, second is draught and third is mixed or general breed. Next we have got goats. Goats, they are used for meat, for milk, for skin and hair. You can see buffalo. You would have seen this. Everywhere we see these buffaloes. So buffaloes, we can see that they are mainly reared for milk. Now we have got fisheries. We have got two types of fisheries. One is marine and another one is freshwater fisheries. Marine fishing, in this we have got offshore coastal fishing, and Kerala is the leading state in marine fishing. Next we have got inland or freshwater fisheries. In this we use the water bodies available within the country. So what are the fresh waters that are available inside the country? We have got ponds, lakes, we have got reservoirs and rivers. And apart from that, we see that the farmers in India, they face major issues. What are the major issues that the farmers in India face? First, now we are going to see the major issues faced by the farmers in India. The first one is small and fragmented land holdings. Second is high cost of inputs. Third one is infertile soil. Fourth one, lack of irrigation. Fifth one, lack of mechanization. Then we have soil erosion. Followed by it we have got agricultural marketing. Then we have got inadequate storage facilities. Then we have inadequate transport, and the last one, scarcity of capital. Now you can see a slide on in front of you. In that we can see so many problems or rather issues faced by the farmer. We'll see them in detail one by one. First is rain. Now all of us know rain is unpredictable. Sometimes it comes according to the monsoon, and sometimes it doesn't. So the farmer who depends upon the rain, where he doesn't have any other source of irrigation, he finds it very difficult. Wild animals. Now all of us know that jumbos, elephants, are fond of sugarcane, and the farmers, those who grow sugarcane, they have to see that they keep these wild animals away. Shock hazards, that also we can see that sometimes that they have got fencing where they have got they would have put shock, and because of that even some people die. Then we have got electricity, farmers, scorching heat. The farmers have to work in the scorching heat, and difficult terrain. Sometimes it is plain, sometimes it is mountain. And then labor, he has to do hard labor to finally get the agricultural crop. And the last one is fuel. We hardly think about the farmers when we eat or when we waste the food. We don't even think for 1 minute that so much hard work is undergone by the farmers just to see that we all get food. So next time, before you waste water, before you waste food, think that many people are not getting easily what you people are getting. Next we have got important agricultural revolutions in India. Now first is yellow revolution. What is yellow revolution? Oil seed production is called yellow revolution. Blue revolution, it is fish production. Brown revolution, it is leather, cocoa and non-conventional products. Golden fiber revolution, it is jute production. Golden revolution, it is fruits, honey production, horticulture development. Grey revolution, it is fertilizers. Pink revolution, onion production, pharmaceuticals, prawn production. Evergreen revolution, overall production of agriculture. Silver revolution, egg production, poultry production. Silver fiber revolution, that is cotton. Red revolution, meat production, tomato production. Round revolution, that is potato. Green revolution, food grains. The last one, white revolution, milk production. Let us see what actually we learnt in this lesson. We started with the soil. We started what is soil? Soil is the uppermost layer of the land surface. Then we saw different types of soil. Yes, how many types of soil did we see? Yes, you are correct. We saw 8 different types of soil, and I also told you how to remember them easily. And then we saw what is irrigation, and we saw the main sources of irrigation: C, W, T. C for canal irrigation, W for well irrigation, and T for tank irrigation. Then we saw modern methods of irrigation. We saw drip irrigation, we got sprinkler, then we saw rain gun, and then central pivot irrigation. Then we saw multi-purpose river valley projects. In that we saw that the dam is used for various purposes, and that is the reason it is called as multi-purpose river valley projects. Then we saw what is agriculture, and then different types of agriculture. After that we saw how many types of crops are there. We saw 4 types of crops are there. First is food crops, cash crops, plantation crops, and horticulture. Then we saw livestock. In that we saw cattle, goats, and buffaloes. The last one that we saw was fisheries. We've got marine fisheries and we've got inland fisheries. Okay. So remember, as I told you, it is not enough that you all learn. You should write and learn, especially when it is detailed answer. Write all the subheadings. First you write all the subheadings and try to follow what I said. Try to remember the letters so that you can remember the subheadings. Thank you.